Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer, the first episode in 2026. We welcome you back to the new year. We wish you a prosperous and happy new year. This is a year that started with a serious episode. After Christmas and Happy New Year, the Americans, the President of the US, ordered for the arrest and capture of the Venezuelan president. That has happened. The questions are, can America, can any other country come to this country and capture His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, and take him for trial in their country? What does the Constitution talk about it? Very many African countries, presidents are so scared. Worldwide, every person is scared that the Americans can pick their president from their bedroom and take it. What does the Constitution of Kenya talk about it? Do we allow this to happen? Yes. I know very many Kenyans have not read the Constitution. Under Article 147, under Article 143, Sub-Article 1, it says, the President shall hold office, that is, criminal proceedings shall not be instituted or continued in any court against the President or a person performing the functions of that office during the tenure of office. Under Article 143.1, we have an immunity for the President. But that immunity is only in criminal matters. Number two, that immunity, Kenyans, is only in Kenyan courts. He cannot be taken to Makadara court. He cannot be arrested and be taken to Nyamira criminal court. He can't be taken to Milimani court. He cannot be taken to any Kenyan court. What does that mean? In Article 143.4, the law, the Constitution allows President Ruto to be arrested, to be picked from this country, and be taken for trial in a criminal court outside this country. Can you imagine that? What does the law say? I know very many Kenyans are not aware about it. Article 143, Sub-Article 4 goes, the immunity of the President under this article shall not extend to a crime for which the President may be prosecuted under any treaty to which Kenya is party and which prohibits such immunity. So, the immunity in Article 143.1 is not there if the President commits a crime under international law. Under international law, there are crimes that will make Ruto, if he commits that crime. There are crimes that if Museveni commits. There are crimes if Samia Suluhu commits. Under international law, they'll be arrested and be taken for trial outside this country. The crimes that Maduro committed are similar crimes under international law. So today, you know, if President Ruto commits these crimes under international law, and these are the crimes. 1, genocide. If President Ruto commits a crime of genocide, this is what is it? It is killing members of a group, serious bodily or mental harm, which is calculated to destroy the group, or measures to prevent births or forcible transfer of children with the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a protected group. Let me put it, if the President decides to administer birth control measures against a tribe, he says, the Kikuyus are opposing me. Every Kikuyu woman is injected with a certain drug that prohibits them from giving birth, with a view of exterminating the whole Kikuyu community, the whole Kisii community, the whole Luya community. That is called genocide. 2, if the president decides to eliminate a tribe because they don't vote for him, he decides, takes the military, go and destroy the Samburus, kills anybody of that tribe with a view of eliminating a certain group, the president will be carried by Trump and he'll be taken from State House, or he'll be taken from anywhere, and he will be taken because the Constitution allows that. That's the first offense. The second offense is crimes against humanity. This is against the Rome Statute, Article number 7. If the president commits this crime, my brothers, my sisters, at midnight, Ruto will be on the chopper heading to the US. This is it if there is widespread or systemic attacks on civilians, including murder, torture, enslavement, deportation, rape, persecution, and similar inhuman acts committed as part of a widespread or systematic attack. If the president systematically makes rape a norm in this country, murder in a systemic matter, orders the IG, orders the CDF, orders the security forces to rape women, to murder people, the president will be in a chopper heading to the US to face trial. Third, the war crimes. This is still under Rome Statute, Article number 8. It is also covered under the Hague and the Geneva Conventions. What does that offense mean? It means serious violations of international humanitarian law during armed conflict, e.g., targeting civilians, torture, or prisoners of war. You saw very well, when Maduro was arrested, the American soldiers never tortured him because he was a prisoner of war. Once somebody has been captured as a prisoner of war, he must be treated with dignity. You don't torture a prisoner of war. You don't torture civilians. So if the President of the Republic of Kenya proceeds with the torture of civilians, the Gen Zs, anybody, the president will be on a chopper heading at midnight to face the trial. 4, crimes of aggression. The Rome Statute, Article number 8. It covers planning, initiating, or executing an act of aggression, like invasion or an attack by one state against another that violates the UN Charter's prohibition to the use of force. So if the president decides to attack another country for no good reason, we send our soldiers to Tanzania. For no good reason, we attack Tanzanians. For no good reason, we go to Somalia. We attack the citizens of Somalia. The president will be in a chopper heading to the Hague. 5, torture. If the president's policy is to torture people, it is contrary to the UN Convention against torture. Apartheid. Remember, there was apartheid in South Africa under the Apartheid Convention of 1973. Enforced disappearance. If the President of the Republic of Kenya or any president is accused of enforced disappearance, this is contrary to the International Convention of Enforced Disappearance of 2006. The president shall be captured and be taken. Piracy. The President of the Republic of Kenya or the President of any country orders his soldiers to be at the sea, at the ocean. The time when ships are passing, they capture those ships, take the properties that are in those ships to their country. If we use Mombasa for piracy, the President of the Republic of Kenya will be captured and be taken. Human trafficking under the Palermo Protocol of 2000. Human trafficking. If the President of the Republic of Kenya is involved in human trafficking. Remember, we saw the President coming so hard on the question of human trafficking in Eldoret Hospital. We have seen Kenya becoming a center of human trafficking from Ethiopia to South Africa and other regions. The President of the Republic of Kenya, if he's indicted on that offense, will be taken. Lastly, slavery. If President Ruto enforces the slavery of Kenyans, if Kenyans are enslaved, if the Kenyan people are put to the terms of slavery, that is against to the Slavery Convention of 1926, President William Ruto, under Article 143, Sub-Article 4, will be waking up in the morning, not from Citizen TV, not from Court Helicopter News, but from the CNN. The President will have been taken at night if he commits that. Lastly, is Maduro the first president to have been kidnapped for international crimes? No, he's not the first one. Sorry, we also included drugs. If the president is involved in drugs, and you have seen already, the president has talked about sacking anybody who is involved in drugs in his government. How many presidents have been kidnapped and be taken out of their country? We start with Libya. Muammar Gaddafi was kidnapped by a NATO-backed overthrow and for killings. 2. In Serbia, a country called Serbia, Slobodan Milosevic was arrested. A president of Serbia called Slobodan Milosevic was arrested and sent to Hague. In Liberia, in Africa, the president, Charles Taylor, was captured and sent to the International Court. In Haiti, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, he was arrested and taken to exile in the US. In Panama, the strongman of Panama, Manuela Noriega, was captured from Panama and taken to the US for trial. In Iraq, the president, the strongman of Iraq, Saddam Hussein, was captured and taken for trial and sentenced to death. In Afghanistan, Mohammed Najibullah, who was the head of Afghanistan, was captured and he was taken for trial. In South Vietnam, Ngo Dinh Diem, that is Ngo Dinh Diem of South Vietnam, was also captured by the US and taken there. In Congo here, Congo in Africa, Patrice Lumumba was overthrown by the Americans after he was involved in what was called international crime. In Chile, Salvador Allende, he was overthrown by the CIA-backed coup after he was involved in international crime. In Haiti again, Jovenel Moise, he was killed by foreign machineries. And lastly, in Venezuela, we have now Maduro, who was captured and has been taken in 2026 to face trial. So it is not strange to find presidents being captured. The Kenyan law, and this is what I want people to know, the Kenyan law, the Kenyan Constitution has allowed foreign governments to come and enforce protection of rights if a president misbehaves. The president of Kenya has immunity in Kenyan courts. He has immunity if he commits crimes under the penal code. He has immunity if he commits crimes under the Kenyan law. But if he does any crime under international law, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, President William Ruto, will be captured and be taken out of the country. This is a wake-up call to very many countries in Africa. This is a wake-up call to very many countries, leaders who think that they can run their countries without governments coming in to protect the civilians or protect those ones who are the citizens of this country. A very interesting topic we are bringing to you on Monday, the first episode on the question of Maduro. We have 2 more episodes on Maduro because it is now a topical issue. How will Venezuela move? Remember, today at 10 a.m., the United Security Council, the biggest security organ in the world, is meeting to discuss the Maduro fiasco. We shall be moving to episode 2 to look at what is the UN. Then, what is this thing called the UN Charter? Everybody is talking about international law. International law. What is international law? Wakili Danstan Omari, together with the crew of Hotel Copter, never tiring, always bringing it to you, educating to you. We did it the whole of Christmas. We taught you the Constitution. 25 episodes. If you didn't have a time to listen to what, you still can go to our library. Look at the 25 episodes. Then you'll understand that Hotel Copter is the in thing on the question about law in this country. Wakili Danstan Omari, Happy New Year.